Hi Sam, I'm going to quick run through of my code, very quick because I'm running out of time. So I used third person player template, so it's got built-in movement. The collectible count is held here, so it's linked to the text. When you get a collectible, it counts down, it minuses 1. Pause menu, you press P, brings up the pause widget, adds it to viewport, turns this to true, so because it's false it doesn't appear. When it's true you can't press P again to duplicate the screen. This is the main attack, so you click the left mouse, place the attack animation, and then it applies melee damage to, which is 20 for the player, to anyone in the attack area, which is this sphere here. And then it does use the apply damage function. The opponent needs to have the any damage event for it to work, and it basically loops around and does damage for as many times you kind of click the button, and it does noises and stuff to tell the player that they're doing damage, and I've duplicated it for the boss. And then this is the other end of it, the any damage. So if the player takes damage, then they lose health based on whatever the melee damage variable is. And then in the case of the player, if they lose all their health, so if it's less than or equal to 0, they get repositioned at the spawn point. So it's basically respawned like an illusion. They're not destroyed or anything. If they're less than or equal to 20 health, then they have a low health sound warning. When they respawn, they lose a life and their health is reset to 100. But then if they lose all their lives, then they are destroyed and the death sound plays. Otherwise the respawn sound plays. So that's pretty much the main gist of the player. The AI is pretty similar. The attack and the damage stuff is pretty much the same. You didn't need to do too much there. The main difference is the blackboard code, which basically links the AI's perception sensing here. So they've got a 45-degree angle. So anyone that's caught in that, they check to see if it's got the enemy tag key. If it does, then it plays this loop, and they basically keep chasing and attacking the player until they're dead, so you can break out the attack loop. So I used this AI controller to get the behavioural tree running. This behaviour tree has got 2 sequences. So if there's no enemy, it uses the move to a random location and just moves about the nav mesh randomly and waits for 2 seconds. If they find an enemy, then it moves to this. They move, chase the enemy, attack it, and then wait, and then go back to this. So this sets the random location using the get random point in the nav mesh, and then this just runs the attack. So that's pretty much the main kind of AI, blackboard stuff. This is the third person game mode, so this is the lose condition. So basically if the player is destroyed, once it loses all their lives, all the widgets are removed and the lose widget is created, and it just tells the player that they've lost. Then the win condition is the end zone. So once all the collectibles are obtained, so the collectible variable is set to 9, although you can obviously change it to how many collectibles you want in the scene. And then if it's less than or equal to 0, then this becomes true, and the end zone activates, and it brings up the win widget, gets rid of all the other widgets, and takes away control from the player, so you can't run around and break the game. But if you go in here when it's false, nothing happens. This is the collectible is very basic. Player overlaps it, they're destroyed, spawns an effect. All the counting is done in the player blueprint. The damage zone spawns some effects at the start here, and then the damage is pretty much the same as the AI and player attacking each other. The main difference is this does set damage, like 20 damage, and it's based on overlapping rather than the other criteria. Other than that, the rest of it's the same, in how it treats the player. The health pack, this just, again, it basically spawns the effects and stuff, picking up the health. You can only pick it up if you've got less than or equal to 95, and you can't go over 100 health, so you can't break the game. And you can't pick up health packs if you can't gain any health. And then the This is the HUD. So the health bar here is obviously linked to the player's health, so it affects the hearts, and made it into a float so you can get a percentage. The lives count is basically taking the player lives and turning it into text and displaying it on the HUD, and that's exactly the same for the collectible count. And then the end zone visibility is toggled on and off, again based on, this is the text, go to end zone. So once you've got all the collectibles, it will appear, otherwise it will stay hidden. And then finally, the text at the beginning, which says gather all collectibles, that displays for a few seconds and then gets hidden